Welcome to Now. I'm your host, Curtis Parody, bringing you the news happening in the world right now. Well, today's big story comes to us thanks to Electronic Arts and, of course, SimCity, which has been having a lot of... Hey, what? No, this show doesn't require the EA servers to work. Damn it. Okay, here, wait, rewind, stop. Okay, stop. Okay, here we go, ready, play. Wait, fast forward, stop, play. Well, today's big story comes to us thanks to Electronic Arts and, of course, SimCity, which has been having a lot of server problems lately. Yes, that's right, so if you picked up the game recently, you may now own a $70 digital doorstep, which is considerably worse than an actual doorstep because, well, how many digital doors do you have to keep open? Personally, I'm trying to stay positive about the game since I've met the people who created the game, and when I played it before it went public, it was great. But now that it did go public, there are some problems. So, to start off today's show, I thought I'd run through my top 4 ways EA could fix SimCity. Number 1, EA, you gotta admit, it's broken. Like all people who have problems, the first step to resolving it is admitting it to yourself that you indeed have a problem. Okay, EA, say it with me. The recently released SimCity game is broken. We're sorry you recently spent your money on something that doesn't work, even though we assured people before launch it was gonna work great. Number 2, this one bugs me a lot. Why do your servers across the world not sync with one another? Now, I get it, this is probably a huge technical issue. Mind you, your middle name right now is technical issue. What I mean by this is when I log on to server 1, let's say I create a city, everyone's really happy, got great healthcare, education, clean air, money, best city ever. Hashtag. Keeping in mind that my cities never actually look like that. They're more like the total opposite. So after I'm done having a good time playing, of course I log off, I go do something else, I sleep, or whatever I do. But when I come back to log on, oh no, server 1 is busy. Okay, I'll just join server number 2. But when I finally get into that server, my city isn't there. I understand my city is on server number 1, but why can't server number 1 talk to server number 2 and then they could be like together in happiness, and then I could play on 1 or 2 and my city exists on both. So now I'm stuck on server number 2 having to create like a whole new city, or of course I could wait half an hour to get onto server 1. Keeping in mind when I load up the game right now, I totally want to actually start playing in about half an hour, because it's like an oven, right? You gotta wait for it to like heat up. Number 3, if I'm in game and the server goes down, why do I have to quit the game and log into another server? I should be able to go into the options menu or something and switch servers there. I shouldn't have to go all the way back out to the launcher to select a new one. Number 4, offline mode. Yes, I said it, offline, meaning I don't need your servers to play. Pretty simple. I understand this would kill off the multiplayer aspects, but at the same time, I would actually be able to play. Also, I do remember your rationale about this, that cities don't exist in bubbles. Right, they also don't exist on my hard drive. So maybe EA will listen to my concerns, or maybe I've just pissed them off a lot. I really don't know. But the one thing I do know is SimCity is a great game, but the servers are bad. So just like a car, it may be a Ferrari, but when a wheel's broken, it doesn't really work. From video game news to political news and possibly war-type news, surprise, surprise, North Korea is pissed. Recently, the United Nations proposed and passed a new sanction to cut off North Korea from trading with the world. As you can imagine, North Korea wasn't too happy with this entire idea and, well, took to threatening other countries. North Korea has threatened a preemptive nuclear strike against the United States. Their hope is to hit the heart, Washington, D.C. Now, no one actually knows if they can actually send a nuclear warhead that far, but let's not forget they did just last year send something up into space. So, you know, they are working on rocket technology right now. My ultimate fear is both the fact that I do not want them to fire nuclear weapons, especially at Canada's good neighbor to the south, but if they do decide to do this, the missile would have to pass right over Canada. This is the Cold War all over again. Why is Canada always stuck in the middle? With the Russian rockets, I'm pretty sure they would have made it to the States, but the North Korean ones, who freaking knows? I'm actually more or less leaning to the fact that it would hit us instead of the States. So yeah, I just thought I would let you know that the world continues to taunt and poke at North Korea, and surprise, surprise, they're coming up with a solution to make us stop. So now that the Western world is afraid, let's talk about something a little more fun. How about a luxury airship? Yes, that's right, the days of the airship may not be over, though if you remember the fringe aspect of a parallel universe, maybe they were really never gone. A new Indiegogo campaign has sprung up to create and test a new system that will allow for autonomous airships in the future. The hope is to create an open system that can control the airships so that they're more efficient while using air currents, and at the same time, hopefully they can bring back the airship as a whole. If you don't remember what an airship is, well, there was a famous one a few years back called the Hindenburg. Yeah, you may have heard of that one. But airships have become much, much safer since then, and due to new technologies and lighter materials, I don't see why the cruise ships of the sky can't come back. Personally, for myself, I think it'd be super sweet to fly in an airship. Now, yes, they're super slow, but what if you could take one for like a week cruise over Europe or something? I'm sure there'd be some awesome scenery below to look at, or heck, of course, you could just take a transatlantic airship cruise, which would be super cool. Don't think of them as a fast form of transportation, more like a vacation getaway. And hey, nothing like telling the people at work, I spent a week cruising in an airship. Yeah, that sounds cool. So with that in mind, here's my question to all of you. If airships were to return, were safe, and ticket prices were affordable, would you go on a one-week airship cruise? And also, what area of the world would you like to fly over? Tell me in the comment section below, or of course you can always let me know on my Facebook page, through Twitter, or on Google+. Links to all that and the other topics I talked about in today's episode in the description below, along with the always amazing subscribe button. So until next time, I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video today. You can of course check out more videos I create by clicking on them below. Check out Now for the latest news happening in the world right now, Paradise Gaming for some fun gameplay videos, or of course my personal vlog channel to see what I'm like outside of my studio. Also, if you're interested in supporting the show and getting some new clothes for yourself, check out the store at thecurtisparodystore.ca. See you guys later.